Next topic, coelom or body cavity. See here, presence or absence of a cavity. See here, presence or absence of a cavity between the body wall. This is called body wall, body wall, and the gut. This is called central part is called gut. Between the body wall and gut, this is called. It is very important for classification. Okay, presence or absence of the cavity. This region is called. This region is called cavity. Cavity. This region is called cavity between the body wall and gut. This is gut wall. So this is very important. This cavity is very important for classification. So presence or absence of this cavity, animals are classified into various types. Okay, see kinds of cavity. The body cavity, which is lined with a mesoderm called coelom. So the cavity is also called coelom. So the body cavity, this body cavity is which is lined with a mesoderm. So this is like this way, mesoderm layer, mesoderm layer. So that is called coelom. Animals which are possessing coelom, those are called coelomates. Those are called coelomates. Next, acoelom. See, in the platyhelminthes, the body cavity is absent. In platyhelminthes, generally the body cavity, that means coelom is absent. So the mesoderm is completely fills the space between the ectoderm and mesoderm. See, this is ectoderm, ecto, middle is mesoderm, ectoderm, and so the mesoderm. This is called mesoderm. This is mesoderm. Okay, so the mesoderm completely fills the space between the ectoderm and endoderm. So this is called endoderm. Endoderm. Okay, so this is mesoderm. Okay, so the mesoderm completely fills the space between the ectoderm and endoderm. So the remains is undifferentiated. This inner part is undifferentiated. So that is called acoelom. There is no body cavity, and such animals are called acoelomates. Okay, so generally platyhelminthes. So the body cavity is fully occupied by the mesoderm. Okay, so there is no body cavity. Such animals are called acoelomates. Example, platyhelminthes. Okay, that's a pseudocoelom. In some animals, the body cavity is lined by mesoderm. Instead, the mesoderm is present in scattered patches between the ectoderm and endoderm. Such a body cavity is called false coelom. It is also called pseudocoelom. See, in some animals, the body cavity is not the body cavity. This is called body cavity. Body cavity. The body cavity is not covered by body cavity is not covered by mesoderm. Instead, the mesoderm is present in scattered like this, not covered. It is like this way scattered. The mesoderm is scattered in between the ecto and endo. Such a body cavity is called false coelom. This is also called pseudocoelom. Okay, that's all. Segmentation. The body of some animals is divided into transverse into a number of similar parts. See here, the body of some animals is divided into transverse, transversely into transversely into number of similar parts. Number of similar parts. Number of similar parts are segments. Each segment works in cooperation with another segment. See, like this way. So these are all the segments. The segments so are interdependent. Interdependence. This segment is depends upon this. This depends upon this. Like this, interdependent. Such segmentation is known as metamers. Metamers. Okay, that's all. The segments may show in the form of constrictions. So these segments may be show in the form of constrictions on the body surface. So in the form of constrictions on the body surface. These are all the segments on the body surface is constricted. Okay, so these segments are known as metamers. Metamerism. Metamers. Okay, so such kind of it is metamers, not metamerism. 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 Okay, that's all. This is called segmentation. Notochord. Notochord is rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side. See here, notochord. So notochord is a rod-like structure. It is formed on the dorsal side during embryonic development in certain animals. In certain animals, rod-like structure which is formed on dorsal surface. So it is derived from the mesodermal cells. This notochord is derived from the mesodermal cells. So the notochord gives support to the body. Generally, notochord gives support to the body. With the help of that support only, it will be moved. So all the animals that possesses notochord are called chordates. So all the animals, whatever may be the animals that possesses notochord are called chordates. Those are called chordates. So in some chordates called vertebrates. In some chordates called vertebrates. The notochord is replaced by vertebral column. In some chordates called vertebrates. In them, the notochord backbone is replaced by vertebral column. Okay, that is called notochord. So if you will see here non-chordates, it refers to a group of animals that don't have the notochord. The animals which don't have the notochord, those are called non-chordates. Example, all organisms from poriferans to echinoderms. All the organisms from poriferans to echinoderms. Poriferans. Poriferans to echinoderms. Echinoderms. Porifera organism to echinoderms. Those organisms are called non-chordates. Next, chordates. So it refers to a group of animals that possesses notochord at some stage in their life is called chordates. So those examples, hemichordates hemichordates to till the mammals are called chordates. Okay, that's next, classification of animals. So the kingdom Animalia shows an enormous differences. They have been grouped into two main categories depending on the presence and absence of notochord. Depending on the presence and absence of notochord. The animal kingdom. So non-chordates are invertebrates. So non-chordates are invertebrates. In them, notochord is absent. Next here, so they have been grouped into two main categories depending on the presence or absence of notochord. Okay, so here non-chordates are called invertebrates. In them, notochord is absent. So notochord absent animals are phylum, the phyla, poriferans, Cnidarian, ciliates, Platyhelminthes, flatworms, Aschelminthes, roundworms, Annelida, segmented worms, Arthropoda, arthropods. Like this, with different animal phyla belongs to non-chordates. So those non-chordates don't have notochord. So like that, mollusca, echinodermata, echinoderms, hemichordates possesses features of both chordates and non-chordates. About them, clear details one by one we will discuss. The first phylum, first non-chordates, phylum Porifera. Examples, sponges. Okay, so sponges. Here it includes about 5,000 species. It includes about 5,000 species. Some are even 600 million years old. Okay, that's all. Characteristic features. So porifera includes pore-bearing animals, those commonly called sponges. Pore-bearing animals. Pore-bearing animals. So generally they have small pore on their body surface. See here like this way. pore-bearing animals, commonly called sponges. The body has a number of microscopic pores. The body has number of microscopic microscopic pores. Those pores are called ostia. Those pores are called ostia. Those ostia are located on the surface. Okay, those are called porifera. Next, simplest multicellular animals. Porifera are called simplest multicellular animals. So with cellular differentiation. So generally, so porifera organisms are multicellular animals with cellular differentiation. So cells only differentiated and performs all the functions. They lack a tissue level of organization. Generally, in the poriferans, the tissues are absent. So the cells are loosely held together, but there are no tissues or organs. In poriferans, there are no tissues and organs. Sponges have a cavity. So like this, it is central cavity. The sponges have central cavity. This is central cavity. Have a cavity in the center. That central cavity is called spongocele. Spongocele. With a single large opening. With a single large opening called osculum. The osculum. So the osculum is located at the upper end. Okay. So osculum. See, a single large opening here. A single large opening. Okay, single large opening. So this is called osculum. Okay. So like this way, ostia. So the total body is consists of number of microscopic pores. Those are called ostia. Okay, at the top, at the upper end, there is a pore is present. That is called osculum. This is called osculum. Next, all animals are aquatic. Almost all the animals are aquatic. They could be marine cycon. Some, almost all the animals are aquatic. Some, they could be marine. Some poriferan organisms are marine. Example second. Some are leucosolinia. Leucosolinia. Some are leucosolinia. So those are fresh water. Leucosolinia. So some are marine cycon. Some are fresh water. So, some could be marine cycon. Another one is leucosolinia. Some could be fresh water. That is spongilla. Sponges are sessile and are found attached to the rocks. Sponges are sessile. Generally, sponges will move. Sponges are sessile and are found attached to the rocks. So those could be sponges may present single or forms a colony. Sponges have special canal system that is called water canal system. Water enters through the hole, ostia, moves through the various canals, then passes into the spongiocele. So here we have seen. Here we have seen. Okay, that's all. See, sponges have special canal. See, in these sponges have special canal system. Sponges have special canal. Sponges have special canal system. Water enters through the ostia. So this is called through. So here number of holes are present. Ostia. So the water enters through the ostia, moves through the various canals, then passes into the central cavity that is called spongocele. Spongocele. And finally comes out through the osculum. So the water is finally comes out through the osculum. So flow of water in sponge is as given. See, from the ostia to canals, from the canals to sponges, canals to spongiocele, from the spongioceles to osculum. Like this way, water is expelled out. See, first through ostia, these are called minute holes, ostia. From the ostia to canals, from the canals to spongiocele, from the spongiocele to outside. This pathway of water transport is helpful in collecting food. So like this way, the movement of water transportation, which helps in collecting the food. So next, respiratory exchange and removal of waste. So respiratory gases exchange and removal of waste materials. That entire process takes place through a water vascular system, water canal system. Okay, that's all. Here, conocytes or collar cells are special flagellated cells that line the spondocoel and canals. Conocytes or collar cells are special cells which helps the movement of the cells. Flagellated cells. Conocytes are collar cells are flagellated cells that line the spondocoels and canals inside of the sponges. So generally digestion is intracellular digestion. Intracellular digestion means what? The digestion which is takes place inside of the cells. Okay, the digestion is intracellular. So skeleton is in the form of calcareous or siliceous spicules. So the entire sponge skeleton is made up by calcareous or siliceous silica spicules, or maybe spongy fibers present. So spongy fibers are present. Generally, asexual reproduction is by budding or gemmules. Sexes are not separate. Okay, so sponges, in sponges, asexual reproduction takes place by budding or gemmules. The sexes are not separate. That is hermaphrodites. Sexes are not separate. That means what? Male and female reproductive organs are present in the same one. Sexual reproduction is by formation of gametes. That is eggs and sperms. So eggs and sperms are produced by the same individuals. Generally, sponges, eggs and sperms both are produced by the same individuals. So fertilization is internal and the development is indirect. Generally, fertilization. So in sponges, the fertilization process takes place internal. The development is indirect. Indirect means what? Here, see, eggs are converted into development is indirect. See here. So egg is converted into larva. Larva is converted into adults. That is called indirect development. There is free living ciliated larval stage. That is morphologically different from the adult. Okay. There is a free living ciliated larval stage. Free living. Okay. Generally, poriferan organisms, free living ciliated larva, egg is converted into larva. That larva is free living. It consists of a cilia. That is morphologically different from the adults. Example, cycon, Euplectella, and Spongina. Okay, these are called Porifera, phylum Porifera. Okay, the next topic, phylum. Coelentrates. It includes about 9,500 species. So the phylum Coelentrates, in which about 9,500 species are commonly surviving. They are aquatic. Almost all coelentrates are aquatic. They live in water habitats, mostly oceanic marine habitats. Very few are freshwater farms. So here, if you will see important features, so almost all the phylum coelentrates diploblastic animals. That is, the body wall is differentiated into composed of two cellular layers. That is outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. In between these two, a jelly-like material that is called mesoglia. It is, it is outer ectoderm, inner endoderm. In between these two, there is undifferentiated cellular layers. So that is filled with a jelly-like material. That is filled with a jelly-like material. This jelly-like material. This region is called mesoglia. Mesoglia. Okay. That's next. How tissue level of organization. Generally, how tissue level of organization. How tissue level of organization. So generally, phylum coelentrates have tissues. So tissue level of organization, radially symmetrical body. So the body generally symmetrical body. The symmetrical body means what? Radially symmetrical body means what? So the body can be divided into two equal halves. The body can be divided into two equal halves. So have single cavity that is called gastrovascular cavity or cylindron body. So generally coelentrates have only one single cavity that is called gastrovascular cavity. It has a single opening. That single opening is called That is also called a hypostome that helps for ingestion and digestion. That is called phylum Coelentrates. Digestion is extracellular and intracellular. The digestion is extracellular and also intracellular. The digestion takes place outside of the cells and inside of the cells. That is called the extra and intracellular digestion. Body has tentacles. So the body, generally the body has tentacles like this way. The body has tentacles like this way. The body has, these are all called tentacles like this way. Tentacles. These are all called tentacles. These are all called tentacles. The body has tentacles. Those tentacles helps in locomotion. So, and catch the prey. Prey means food materials. The name Nidaria is derived from nidoblast. The name Nidaria. Generally, the name Nidaria is derived from the nidoblast. Nidoblast or nidosis. That means what? Special inserting cells, stinging cells present in ectoderm, innermost body. So nidoblast helps to catch the prey and use it for defense. Generally, these nidoblast helps to catch the prey and also use it for defense to escape from their predators. So generally, they exhibit two body forms, polyp and medusa. Generally, coelentrates exhibit two body forms, polyp forms. So polyps are fixed and attached to rocks or weeds. Polyps. So Nidarians exhibit two body forms. One is polyp. The polyps are fixed and attached to the weeds or rocks. They are cylindrical. The body is cylindrical in shape with stalk and contains tentacles facing upwards and surrounding the mouth. So that is called asexual stage. That is called polyp forms. Polyp forms. Okay, that's it. Medusa. Medusa are free floating. Okay, so medusa are free floating in swimming water. They are bell-shaped structures. Bell-shaped structure like this way. Bell-shaped structures like this way. Bell-shaped structures like this way. Bell-shaped structures. Like this, bell-shaped structures. Bell-shaped structures. Here mouth is present. These are called tentacles. These are called tentacles. Okay, so have tentacles facing downwards, present all over the margins of the bells. See, these are all called tentacles. These are all called tentacles. These are all called tentacles. So these are called R. Okay, so they have tentacles facing downwards, present all over the margins of the bell. These are the margins of the bell. Tentacles are present. So it is called asexual states. Generally, they could be sessile. Coelentrates could be sessile or free swimming. Sessile and cylindrical forms like hydra. So sessile and cylindrical forms. Sessile means what? Attached to what particular place. Their body is cylindrical. Those are hydra. Sea animals. Some are free swimming and umbrella shape. That is called jellyfish. Like this way. Like this. Okay. So generally they are aquatic animals. Generally, coelentrates are aquatic animals. Most of them are marine animals. Some may be freshwater. Some may be freshwater. Some could be single or in colonial form. That group is called colonies. Colonies. Okay. That's it. Reproduce asexually by budding in polyp. Generally, so coelentrates asexually reproduce. So asexually reproducing organisms are called polyps. And sexually by gametes, medusa. Okay. So in some forms, life cycle consists of fixed polyp generation. Fixed polyp generation, alternating with free swimming medusa generation. See, some forms life cycle, in some organisms, life cycle consists of fixed. Hydra shows polyp generation. Okay, so some alternating with free swimming medusa generation. Free swimming medusa generation, that is jellyfish. Jellyfish. So fixed polyp generation example Hydra. Okay, that's it. So the Nidarians that exist in both forms. Cnidarians exhibit in both forms, polyp form and medusa form. Exhibit alternation of generation. Generally, so they exhibit alternation of generation. So that alternation of generation is called metagenesis. So that is the polyps produce medusa asexually, and the medusa form the polyps sexually. Ovilia. So that means what? Polyps produces medusa asexually. Polyps produce medusa means what? Here polyp, hydra, hydra produce medusa asexually. Okay, so hydra gradually turn to be jelly-like structure, and this jelly-like structure forms the form polyp sexually. So this is commonly occurs in obelia. Obelia so exists in two body forms. That is what? So cylindrical shaped hydra-like structure and umbrella shaped medusa structure. So that is called alternation of generation. So that exhibiting organism name is obelia. Obelia. Okay, ma? That's enough. Examples of cylindrics, hydra, cyanimos, corals, Pisalia. It is called Portuguese man of war. These are all marine polyp forms. Jellyfish, it is medusa form.